Coming up today on TechLink Daily, Halo 5 has been announced. We're going to go over more details on that. Samsung has apparently paid enough money to change the name of an airport's terminal. Find out which terminal and more coming up right now. What's up, guys? We made it to Friday. This is our Friday show after our first week of TechLink Daily. I hope you guys have enjoyed. We have more to come on the way with what we want to do with TechLink Daily. Today, though, it is our Friday show, which we usually do as a live stream. Unfortunately, the place that I'm in right now doesn't have exactly enough bandwidth to do a live stream. So in that case, I'm just gonna do a unedited version. This is what it's gonna be. It's gonna be one chunk unedited just for you guys. And I have a show change coming up for you guys next week. We're gonna try out a little bit of a different format, see if you guys like it more than just one video a day. And I'll have more information at the end of this video on that. But let's get started with our first news story today, which comes from the official Xbox blog, which states that coming to the Xbox One, we have Halo Guardians. It's Halo 5 Guardians to be exact, coming to the Xbox One nearest you. We didn't get a lot of details on this new game, just that it has been released. We've seen a couple screenshots that have come out of the announcement, and I must say that it looks a little bit like Titanfall, meaning that the desert type map that it is, and that it looks like it will be based upon, is like what it is in Titanfall. You know that Titanfall has that desert type map to it? Well, that's what the setting looks like for Halo 5. It's a little bit of a desert scene, so I'm very excited to see what they have in store for Halo. It's definitely one of these series that I personally love, and one of the reasons why I mostly stick with Xbox is because Halo, very exclusive game on the Xbox, is something that I have been interested in for a very long time now. But let's get back to our news stories today with one from Elon Musk. We talked about Elon Musk yesterday on how he is going to help build the Nikola Tesla Museum, but we also learned today that his new Gigafactory, it sounds like a little evil plot, it's Gigafactory. Well, this Gigafactory that he is going to help produce the batteries on the Tesla motor vehicles, says it's going to be nothing like we've seen before, making this humongous factory to make these batteries for these cars. And it seems like right now that Tesla is in the perfect spot for battery-powered vehicles. They have found a way to make it more economical than other electric cars out there, plus make them look good. Personally, I would love a Model S from Tesla, but that's me, of course. They look pretty nice, and I'm very excited to see how cars will change within the next 5, 10, 20 years, because my prediction is that we're gonna see a lot more alternative energy vehicles, not using gasoline to power vehicles in the future. So excited to see where it's going, and I think battery power is one of the main ways that we will see it coming. Next up, we have a little bit of a law article for you. There's a company out there called Clear Gear. They sell themselves as a geeky type device place where you can buy these little geeky devices. Well, a little while ago, about I think 2 years ago, somebody ordered something from them. They never got the product. They ended up having to cancel the order, and the person who had, well, they had written a bad review on ripoffreport.com, which is a very popular site for consumers stating that, companies may be having a little bit of trouble. Well, a year later, not a couple months, not a couple days, but a year later, Clear Gear slaps them with basically saying, you owe us $3,500 because you wrote bad about us, and in our terms of service, we have a non-deformation clause. Well, a couple things have come out of that. One, that non-deformation clause was not in the terms of service when the sale was done. It was actually added a couple months afterwards. It did get some tractions because they ended up going to collection companies and credit companies saying that these people have not paid them, basically ruining their credit for no other reason than because they got a bad review because it didn't deliver on what they said. So today, apparently, they have defaulted on the lawsuit that was against them. They never showed up to it, so they're defaulting to it right now, and the people who brought the lawsuit against them has won. The money amount that is now going to be owed to them is to be decided in June, but we do know now that they lost the case, and for very good reasons, because they didn't deliver on what they said, 1. 2, they tried to extort money out of them because, well, they could, and they ruined their credit because they went to these credit companies saying, well, these people didn't pay us. And that was totally untrue. So Clear Gear is probably going to have to pay a very large settlement for this because the people have claimed that they haven't been able to refinance their house to get credit to buy a new heater that was broken, to help get a new car. They were trying to use their credit to do that, but they couldn't because this company has went to those credit companies and said, you can't because you haven't paid us, which was totally false. And it's nice to know that the little people win sometimes, I hope most of the times. And it was something that was some of a case that you would think, well, that's just stupid, why would you do that? But these people just decided to insist upon it, and well, here we are today. Next up, we have a BBC article for you as it loads on my phone. What is the BBC article, you might ask? Well, it is that the more Google forgot requests emerge after EU ruling. So there is a European Union ruling saying that you can go to Google or to any search engine really and say, I want these links removed about myself. And by law, they would have to. Well, more and more of these have been pouring in. Here's a couple of the good ones. A man who tried to kill a member of his own family asked to get his links removed. A celebrity's child who wants links to his news articles about criminal conviction removed. A suspended university lecturer who asked removal of links mentioning his disciplinary action. A convicted cyberstalker who, after being cited in an article about cyberstalking laws, wants his link taken down. An actor who has asked for links to an article about an affair he had taken with a teenager down. And a man convicted of running a tax scam who wants all links referencing the event removed. Now, this is something that, great, people want to be able to disappear online. They don't want it to be around. But then in comes these places like these people who want their links removed because of some sort of action that they have brought upon themselves that was reported on, taken down, trying to cover up any tracks. Like the guy with the tax scammer, if he gets his links removed, well, he can just start his tax scam all over again. This person who got disciplinary action for a college lecturer, if he got that removed, that means that he might be able to teach at other colleges because he was able to hide that disciplinary action. That is why I don't really support this ruling from the EU saying that you can have your links removed, because usually, and I mean usually, those links mentioning your name might be of something of importance. But then again, there might be some links out there that are just defaming you for nothing at all. It's just somebody who happens to be mad at you posting flat out lies. And that's wherein lies the problem. There's people like these people who shouldn't have their links removed, while there are other people who, if people are posting bad about them for no other reason than they're just pissed off at them, well, that's a different issue altogether. And that's where I'm kind of at right now. I'm kind of more against it than I am for the EU requiring Google to remove links. So that's that story for you. It's kind of interesting. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say on that as well. It's something that can go either way in my mind. Last but not least, it's a very interesting story, and that is at London Heathrow, they have Terminal 5. Usually airports are laid out in different terminals. Terminal 5 is the newest one that they have. Well, Samsung, to rename Heathrow's Terminal 5 to Terminal Samsung Galaxy S5. That's right, Samsung has paid enough money to the Heathrow Airport in London to rename Terminal 5 the name of this phone, which is the Samsung Galaxy S5. Personally, I think that this marketing stunt is stupid. Why would you do that? There is no reason to go that far in marketing. Of course, we all know Samsung's marketing budget is astronomical. They can basically do whatever they want to get people to use their phones. But in this type of setting, I don't think this was very much appropriate or the right thing to do to pay enough money to an airport to rename their terminal the Galaxy S5 because you know that phone is going to be replaced in 6 months, 7 or 8 months. It's not going to be that far away. This phone is just going to be out of there. And what are they going to have? They're still going to have the Samsung Galaxy S5 terminal. And think about how all the signage they have to replace. And when this phone goes out and people are looking at a map, it says, where's the Samsung Galaxy S5 terminal? It just says Terminal 5. They don't know where they're going. I think this is a very stupid marketing stunt by them. Although they have a very large budget, not something that I am a fan of. Well, that does it, I think, for all of the stories that I have today. Let me go check my document. Yep, that is all the stories that I have today. So let's round out with the big question of the day, which I think I will take from, let's take it from that last story, the Heathrow story. Do you think Samsung paying enough money to rename Terminal 5 to Samsung Galaxy S5 terminal? Do you think that was a good idea or a bad idea in perspective to the public? Let me know in the comment section down below. Now, without further ado, let's talk about what's going to happen next week. I've been playing around with the idea of shortening this normally about 8 to 10 minute show to about 2 to 3 minutes. Now, instead of the show being only 2 to 3 minutes, it would actually be 3 separate videos, maybe 4 separate videos, about 2 to 3 minutes in length, going over one subject. So starting on Monday, we're going to do this as a trial period for about a week. About 3 videos will come out per day. All 3 will be on different subjects. Maybe it's going to be technology and gaming and law. Maybe it'll be 2 gaming videos and a technology video. But it'll all revolve around this type of format where I talk about the news story, I give opinions, and I ask you a question. We'll see how well that works. I might keep it, I might go back to this 8 to 10 minute video. If you guys have a preference, let me know in the comments down below as well. I definitely will be taking in those suggestions from you. Without further ado, be sure to like this video, be sure to share this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, follow us on our social media profiles, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, all under the username of LogicLounge. All you gotta do, go to those services, type in LogicLounge, we're probably there, and that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Creighton Miller, and we'll see you guys on Monday.